I'm Kevin Lee Jacobs, and I have some great news. We're having a snow day today. I've already shoveled the front walk, lit a fire in the dining room, and now I'm going to make a carroty, gingery, citrusy soup. It's the perfect soup for a winter day. And to start, you want to put a couple of tablespoons of butter in a 5-quart Dutch oven. We also want to add a glug of olive oil. That's about 2 tablespoons. And then we throw in one whole onion, roughly chopped. Give everything a quick toss, just to coat the onions. And we're doing this over low heat. Put the lid on and let the onions cook quietly for about 8 minutes or until they soften and become translucent. So my onions are soft and translucent. So now I'm going to add some carrots. You'll need 2.5 pounds of carrots. And here's the nice thing. If you're using organic carrots, you do not have to peel them. And all you have to do is cut them roughly. And I do it this way. I just cut off the ends and just cut them into, 1-inch slices like that. These go in, and you can add the rest of the carrots. And it seems like a lot of carrots, but it's a carrot soup, and we really want that flavor. And at this point, we can throw in 2 or 3 cloves of garlic, a nice bit of salt. I'm using 1 teaspoon. You might want to add more salt later. And some chicken stock. To save time, I boiled some homemade chicken stock earlier, so we just throw this in. And then we cover the pot, turn up the heat, bring the liquid to a boil, and then we reduce the heat and let this simmer quietly, for 30 minutes or until the carrots are perfectly tender. So my carrots are perfectly tender, so the next step is to puree the soup. I like pureed soups. Yeah, they're great for a first course, for dinner. And I've got my handy dandy stick blender here in a beautiful shade of purple. So we're just going to go to town. Cover your ears, this is a little loud. The first time I used this machine, I didn't know that you were supposed to turn the pot. And as you can imagine, the soup I was pureeing went everywhere, in my hair, on my shirt, on the kitchen ceiling. What a mess. So always tilt the pot when you're pureeing. Now we want to flavor this up. So I have some ginger. This is called a hand of ginger. You just break off a knob and peel it. Peel off the brown skin and grate it. I'm using my trusty microplane grater. I love the smell of ginger. And then we'll move this aside because we have to grab an orange and a cutting board. And we're going to grate some of the fragrant zest of a navel orange. I used to think that navel orange was spelled N-A-V-A-L. It's actually Navel, like the navel on your belly, your belly button. This is the navel on a navel orange. Then let's cut the orange in half and squeeze as much juice out of the orange as you possibly can. This smells really wonderful already. And no wonder, it's got great ingredients. And then we will give this a little stir. And my soup is still very warm. And by the way, you can serve this soup at any temperature, hot, warm, or even cold. I called it a winter soup earlier, but it's also delicious in summer. And you can find the ingredients any time of the year. And at this point, we want to enrich it with some heavy cream. So let me grab some, and we will stir in, a 1/4 cup to a 1/2 cup, just to lighten it and make it all lustrous and luxurious. Then, of course, we have to taste it. It's perfect. Now, if you're serving this soup for a formal dinner party, let's say as a first course, I recommend pouring it into a very nice soup tureen. And if you have them, to serve it in a 2-handled bouillon cup. For a less formal occasion, like for me today, I'm just going to pour it into a white mug like this, and for a little bit of garnish, I'm going to add just a dollop of creme fraiche. Ooh, here we go. This is a splendid soup, and I hope you'll make it someday. See you next time.